Welcome to Radio Express World News, presented by Vibha Ramesh, Los Angeles, United States. On Tuesday, President Trump struck a different chord as he warned Americans of the true impact of the virus. He said, "It will probably, unfortunately, get worse before it gets better. Something I don't like saying about things, but that's the way it is." Moreover, he requested the masses, especially young people, to wear masks, which again was the first by the president. This was his first virus-focused conference in weeks, where he gave the public the true picture of the crisis. The news conference, however, took place without some of the key officials of the White House Coronavirus Task Force, including Vice President Mike Pence and Dr. Anthony Fauci. The latter has said in a statement shortly before the conference that he was not invited. In recent weeks, the U.S. military bases are seeing a surge in infections with over 20,000 cases. The spike is particularly rampant in California, Arizona, Georgia, Florida, and Texas, and in bases outside the United States like Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Japan. The leap from 7,408 cases recorded on June 10th to 21,909 cases reported on Monday raises concerns about the military's safety precautions. Meanwhile, the United States Justice Department has traced the hacker duo that was targeting vaccine development on behalf of the country's intelligence service. To this effect, former electrical engineering students Li Chaoyu and Dong Jiaji have been accused of charges of trade secret theft and wire fraud conspiracy. According to Justice Department officials, the hacker duo could probably be working on behalf of China's spy services to acquire critical vaccine-related research and information about the pandemic. A CDC report revealed that the number of COVID-19 cases across the state vary anywhere from 2 to 13 times higher than the figures reported. Further, about 40% of the infected people are asymptomatic but could transmit the virus to others. As of date, the United States conducts around 700,000 tests per day. On Tuesday, the United States recorded 1,200 deaths, which is the first time in July to cross the 1,000 mark. Britain's finance ministry announced on Tuesday that close to 900,000 public workers in the country will receive raises in appreciation for the vital contribution they have made during the pandemic. These workers comprise teachers, doctors, and security forces. British lawmakers announced their conclusion on Tuesday on the possibility of Russian electoral interference in the United Kingdom. Subsequent to the ban of 59 Chinese apps in India, the government has strictly enforced compliance to the order, failing which legal action will be taken. To this extent, the IT ministry has warned all the companies that persistent operation and availability of the banned apps will be treated as illegal and an offence under the Information Technology Act. Lalji Tandon, governor of Madhya Pradesh and BJP's most politician, breathed his last on Tuesday morning at the age of 85. The condolence tweet by Prime Minister Narendra Modi read, "Shri Lalji Tandon will be remembered for his untiring efforts to serve society. He played a key role in strengthening BJP in Uttar Pradesh, anguished by his passing away." The number of active cases of coronavirus in the nation stands at 402,529 and the death toll has climbed to 28,084 as of Tuesday. Meanwhile, in China, a new rule requires air passengers to test negative before boarding the flight, and the test should be less than 5 days of the date of travel. Owing to the backlash China has been receiving from several nations from across the globe for underestimating the deadliness of the virus and obviously failing to contain it, the World Health Organization has sent a team of experts to investigate the source of the coronavirus. However, the outcome of the investigation is expected to take months and face delays as the experts are to start their study only after the 14-day quarantine. A brief look at the progress in the making of a vaccine to combat coronavirus. 4 of the companies that are in the human clinical testing phase of the vaccine have told lawmakers on Tuesday that they are positive about the efficacy of their products and that they could be ready by the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. The companies that are currently in the race to produce a potential vaccine are AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna Therapeutics, and Pfizer. 2 out of the 3 companies that have received federal government funding for their vaccine development efforts have pledged to produce millions of doses of their vaccine at no cost. On the other hand, although Moderna received $483 million from the government, it announced that they would not be selling the vaccine at a cost. A new mandate will come into effect on Friday in Austria, wherein staff working in supermarkets and stores that sell food, as also in post offices, banks, and houses of worship, will be required to wear masks. This move has been taken in view of the increased cases in COVID-19 since restrictions were lifted. Austria's one-day record of new cases stands at 1,386 as of Tuesday. Philippines, on the other hand, enforces mask wearing in a much stricter fashion as President Rodrigo Duterte has asked the police to arrest those that do not wear masks in public. Further, he said, "We have to ask our police to be more strict, catch them, a little shame, or put them on notice forever." Bringing you the last in this bulletin, South Korea has earned a name for the effective use of digital tools to curb the virus. However, the New York Times identified a serious fault in a mobile app that is used to impose quarantines. According to New York Times, the app permitted attackers to access personal data and real-time information of the people in quarantine. The flaw has been confirmed fixed. With that, we come to the end of this news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Please stay tuned for the next program on Radio Express. To receive Radio Express English news and English programs in your WhatsApp, please send a WhatsApp message, English programs, to 90727 95547. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Radio Express. Thank you.